Welcome back friends in one more video of algae lecture series, and in this video we will discuss about common mode of reproduction in algae. Before we start, we must know what is reproduction. Reproduction can be defined as a process by which a living organism increases the number of its individuals. Generally, there are three modes of reproduction, namely vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Among them, vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation does not involve transformation of the protoplast, and the cell walls of its reproductive units are either entirely parental or they are partially parental and partially new. Whereas asexual reproduction involves transformation of the protoplast and the reproductive bodies are either naked or with a newly synthesized wall. These specially differentiated cells or reproductive units are capable of directly multiplying the algae. In contrast to vegetative and asexual reproduction, the sexual reproduction involves fusion of male and female gametes, resulting in a reshuffling of the genetic material. These recombinants are also subjected to natural selection. In prokaryotic algae or organisms, such recombination are done by conjugation, transformation and transduction, and none of them involves true karyogamy or meiosis. If we talk about vegetative reproduction in algae, this is a common mode of reproduction in algae. The vegetative reproduction is a type of reproduction where a part of thallus becomes specialized and gets detached from the parent to form a new offspring. The new individuals thus formed by this way is genetically identical to their parents. Binary fission or cellular bisection is one of the simplest form of vegetative reproduction. In this, the parent organism divides into two equal parts, each having the same hereditary information. Cell division may be longitudinal or transverse. The growth of population follows a typical curve consisting of a lag phase, an exponential or log phase, and a stationary phase, just like a normal bacteria. In multicellular algae or in algal colonies, this process eventually leads to growth of the individual. Second is budding or propagule. Some algae reproduce by means of adventitious thalli, as in Dictyota, or by the formation of few celled branches known as propagule, which detach and subsequently develop into new plants. In Protosiphon, vegetative propagations take place by budding of the vesicle. In species of Trentifolia, cells of the prostate system form a powdery mass which is dispersed by wind and can give rise to a new plant. Fragmentation. In multicellular forms, the thallus often break into small fragments, each of which then grow to become a new plant. The fragmentation of filament may be either due to mechanical pressures or by dissolution of the cross wall, because some algae such as Dictyospermium and Stichococcus are common examples of such mode of vegetative reproduction. Hormigons. Filamentous blue-green algae propagate vegetatively through a specialized process which is known as hormigon formation. The hormigons, which are short fragments of a trichome, are produced either as a result of fragmentation or by the formation of biconcave intercalary separation discs spaced quite a few of cells apart from each other. The vegetative cells lying between two separation discs constitute a hormigon. Devoid of a sheath and endowed with the power of movement, the hormigons constitute an efficient and quick method of vegetative propagation. Bulbils. Bulbils are tuber-like outgrowths developed mostly at the rhizopodial tips. These bulbils, when detached from the parent plants, can give rise to a new thallus. Amylum stars are star-shaped aggregate of cells developed from the lower node called amylum stars because they are filled with starch. bulbils, and amirum star are common mode of reproduction in Chara. Next category is of asexual mode of reproduction in algae. Asexual reproduction is accomplished by using specially differentiated cells that are capable of directly multiplying the alga. These may be formed in any vegetative cell or in specially differentiated cells which are known as sporangia. Among asexual reproduction, zoospore are the most important one, which is a motile body equipped with one or more than one flagella and commonly contain a chromatophore, a nucleus, and an eye spot. An algal cell may give rise to 8, 6, 2 or even more zoospores by undergoing repeated division. These division may be occurs at simultaneous or they may be at successive event. These are the example of biflagellate heterocone zoospore of xanthophytic algae, quadriflagellate zoospore of Enteromorpha, and multiflagellate zoospores of Oedogonium. Second is aplanospores, which are non-flagellated, non-motile, and have a definite cell wall which is distinct from the parent wall. These spores may be formed either from the entire protoplast of a cell, as in Vaucheria, or a single cell may give rise to many aplanospores, as in Chlorococcum. Autospores, if the aplanospores within the parent cell appear like the parent cell in all respects except their size, it is spoken of as an autospore. Autospore formation occur in many members of chlorococcales such as chlorella. Next are endospores and exospores. These blue-green algae spores are analogous to the aplanospores, but they are not homologous because the term aplanospores indicate a derivation from the motile zoospore which are not met with the blue-green algae. Endospores are produced by the division of the protoplast in 3 planes, and the common examples are Dermocarpa and Pleurocarpsa, whereas in exospore formation the cell wall ruptures apically and the protoplast thus exposed successively abstract spherical spores. Echinids, these are thick-walled spores and abundance of food reserve. This is very common in many blue-green algae. They withstand the unfavorable condition and germinate on the onset of favorable condition. Hypnospore. These are special aplanospores with thick-walled and abundance of food reserve. They may germinate directly or their protoplast may divide further to form zoospores. Next category is of statospores. These are thick and ornamented smooth-walled spore of Bacillophyceae, Xanthophyceae and Chrysophyceae. Neutral spores. Neutral spores are those spores that are not formed in sporangia but are formed by direct division of vegetative cells. These are diploid in nature and on their germination they give rise to sporophytic plant body only. They are common in red algae. Carpospores. These are formed in Carposporangium during triphasic life cycle of many red algae. They are formed from zygote and are diploid in nature. Tetraspores. Like carpospores, these are commonly found in red algae. These are formed in 4 in number, that's why they are known as tetraspore, and the structure which have tetraspore is known as tetrasporangium, which developed during the triphasic life cycle of many red algae. Bispores and monospores. When 2 spores are formed in a sporangium, they are called bispore, and the sporangium is termed as bisporangium, as reported in Gratilopia porphyra. On the other hand, single spore may also formed in a sporangium, and this is termed as monospore. In this picture you can see neutral spores, carpospores, bispores and monospore formation. during life cycle of Porphyra. Apart from these, there are some other types of spore as well, such as paraspores and polyspores. Some genera produce polysporangia, which are homologous with tetrasporangia, in that meiosis occurs and the resulting spores undergo further mitotic division within the sporangium. Whereas paraspores found in some rhodophyceae, which may be regarded as irregular mass of monospores. They are best known from Plumeria and Ceramium. Similarly, the asexual haploid spores produced by meiotic division in the unilocular sporangia of Ectocarpus, in tetrasporangium of Polysiphonia, and during germination of some zygote like Ulothrix are also known as meiospores or gonospores. These spores are concerned with the perpetuation of only the haploid thalli, whereas the mitospores may be either haploid or diploid and accordingly maintain the haploid or the diploid generation. The third category is of sexual reproduction in algae. Typically or conventionally, sexuality consisting of karyogamy and meiosis is brought about by a variety of methods, invariably involving the union of the male and female sexes. The gametes are flagellated and motile. They are termed as zoogametes, and if they are non-flagellated, they are known as aplanogametes. The Antheridia and Oogonia are the well-differentiated gametangia which produce male and female gametes respectively. In general, the gametes produced in Antheridia are the flagellated motile anthrozoids or spermatozoids, whereas the gametes produced in the Oogonia is non-motile, non-flagellated egg or ovum. True sexuality has been established almost for all the group of algae except Cyanophyta, where true sexuality is lacking, but a parasexual phenomena has been reported in few genera such as Anabaena. Three common modes of sexual reproduction based on the morphology and behavior of the mating gametes are isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. In unicellular forms, sexual fusion may take place between male and female or minus and plus gametes produced either by division of protoplast of the parent cell or by the fusion of mature individuals themselves, and this kind of reproduction is known as hologamy, such as in Chlamydomonas. Autogamy is commonly reported in diatoms, where the fusing gametes are formed from the same mother cell and are haploid in nature. After fusion, they form a diploid zygote with no genetic variation. This diagram is showing various modes of sexual reproduction in algae. Some of them are very common and some of them are rare. In isogamy, the gamete of the fusing pair are morphologically as well as physiologically similar and are distinguishable genetically as plus or minus mating type only. In anisogamy, the gametes differ in size and motility, the smaller, more active gametes being male and the larger, less active being female. In oogamy, the gametes of two sexes are sharply differentiated and with a few exceptions are produced in specialized organ known as the antheridium and oogonium. Both in isogamy and anisogamy, the gametes of opposite sexes mate outside of the parent cells except in conjugates, in which mating is facilitated by the formation of a conjugation tube, and this may occur either within the conjugation canal itself or in the cell containing the female gamete. In both the cases, male gametes move to the female through the conjugation tube. Spirogyra and Zygnema are common examples of such sexual reproduction. In the majority of oogamous green algae, the egg is not liberated from the oogonium and fertilization takes place inside the oogonium only. Sexually reproducing thalli may be homothallic in nature or monoecious in nature, showing fusion between gametes derived from a single parent individual, or they may be heterothallic or dioecious in nature, permitting fusion between gametes of different parents. Isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy are stage of progressive series in the differentiation of gametes, and this series seem to have evolved independently in different phyla. Dear friends, in this video we have discussed almost all major mode of reproduction in algae. In the next video we will discuss alternation of generation and various classification of algae. Till then, like and share this video, press the bell icon to subscribe my channel. Please make sure to leave your comment in the comment box so that we can improve ourselves in future video. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice time. Bye bye.